Welcome everyone to Key West, Florida for the 2004 SBI, OSS, and APBA World Offshore Championships. Great event being held here. This video will be the third and final race for the Super V class in the P2 class. This is Sunday afternoon's race. Here you can see the boats lining up for the parade last Sunday afternoon. There's Continental Industrial Service and one of the super stock entries. It's sponsored by Freeze Rain Video, Colabella Performance, Offshore Concept, and AMT Powerboats. Lots of boats from all over the place here. Here's one from New Jersey. This is P1-05 Lightning Jacks in the P class. They had taken the World Championships now that we know the results of that class. Here's P3-19 Polo Tropical, only their second event as a race team, 38-foot Cigarette out of the Miami area. There you see Big Thunder Marine, the big 46-foot skater from Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, with four 1,000 horsepower inboards. Runs in the Superboat Unlimited class. There's Sue and Bob Morgan from Big Thunder Marine. There you see the four Mercury number 6 outdrives on the back of that huge 46-foot skater. There's the Black Pearl 38-foot Fountain Super V class entry, Bob Oliver and Dave Peterson aboard. There's P433 Conrad Fountain of Youth. There's the number 11 Pier 57 Super V of M&M Racing, Bill Glick, Bill McComb, and Lisa Matthews. Sponsors include Matthews Curry Ford, Accurate Marine, and Glick's Automotive. Here's the entourage of P596 Extreme Liquid Assets 28-foot Challenger. These guys finished first overall on Sunday's championship race, so they ended up second place in the P5 class World Championships. This hull is for sale as they have a new Super V Light Phantom purchase to race next season. The rig of In Motion, your Offshore Super Series national champions this year. In Motion, Alvin Heathman and Jerry Sorrentino aboard. 36-foot skater, Mercury 525 engines with IMCO drives. Here comes Spider-Man, number 8. Spider-Man Lake Cumberland Marine, one of the big sponsors aboard this boat. 39-foot skater V-bottom with Mercury power and drives. Right behind them is the IMCO Super V Light entry, Eric Wahlberg and Ben Hedrick aboard. Number 47, 30-foot Phantom, Vortec power with an IMCO drive. There you see Taboo, P4 class, Bill Mazzoni and Craig Wilson aboard, 42-foot Fountain. Right behind them, Flowmaster, Pro Marine, Todd Warner, Randy Sism aboard this 40-foot Sism, Sterling powered, number 6 drives, Pro Marine, one of the favorites this weekend, Super Cat class. comes WHM Motorsports 40-foot skater Pepe Yama and Billy Moff in this Mercury-powered skater for the Super Cat class. Here comes the other WHM entry. This is Bourget WHM. This is the world-famous Roger Bourget, the motorcycle builder, along with Throttleman Joey Grattan. This will be their first attempt in Super Cat class. Going airborne now above the pit area here at the Truman Annex. Concord Public Powerboat Racing Association, Superboat International, Offshore Super Series, and APBA did a great job getting all of this lined up, and everybody's getting ready to go. Quite an event, week-long event here in Key West. Everybody's done fantastic and putting up with everybody and having a great time here in Key West as always. Getting ready to go with the start here for the final event in the Super V class. Big lineup of boats here, a whole flock of fountains. You can see Black Pearl right there. Rodriguez Group beside them, fountainracing.com and Instigator, all fountains right there lined up. Instigator with a slight advantage over most of the rest of the fleet. Can't tell quite who this boat is, who's in front, all the way closest to us right now. You can see Lightning Strikes out there in front, one of the Pier 57 boats. Spider-Man on the far outside, Lucas Doyle right in the middle, along with Muscle. Great start, heading out towards turn one. Oh, it's Miccosukee Indian Gaming, another fountain, heading out towards the lead. Brett Frischman and Gary Ballou aboard Miccosukee Indian Gaming, leading again towards the first turn, as they have all 3 days led at one point or another, all 3 races. Rodriguez Group with a commanding run going here. They've got a first and a 7th place finish so far up until now, so they're in good position to do well overall in the World Championships. Pulling ahead of Miccosukee Indian Gaming now. Just on the outside of them is Instigator, Fountain Mercury, Pier 57, and Spider-Man on the far outside. Very good battle going towards turn one here. Looks like it's laid down a little bit from our earlier races today. These guys running all out towards turn one at Key West. The number 96 is the Rodriguez Group. Serge Allegre and Michael Carcente aboard this boat. Both of these guys are from France, but always do a great job racing here in the States. Currently leading in the Super V class here Sunday at Key West at the World Championships. Looking back just a little bit, you see fountainracing.com side by side with Pier 57 Racing. Pier 57, Wyatt Fountain and David Woods aboard. David Knight and Roger Osley in the fountainracing.com, and just on the outside of them, Spider-Man Racing with Jim Spiros and Todd Welling as we go on board Spider-Man Racing at the start.
Okay, move over a little bit. Holy shit! No, that's good. Leave plenty of room. They're going to do some flying here. We're going to just slow it down. Okay? Slow it down.
You can see the big wall of water coming around turn one in Key West. As always, gets real rough right there. Onboard Instigator right at the start of the race here. "16 boats in the Super V class makes a very confusing first corner, but all these guys getting through it pretty well. On board here with RMS Motorsports, Mike Gordon and Greg with the lead early on, number 96, Rodriguez Group Fountain. You can see Pier 57 running through some rooster tails there, but getting to the outside to run through the outside leg from 1 to 2 here in Key West, chopping up quite a bit here. David Woods and Wyatt Fountain aboard Pier 57. It's a 42-foot fountain with Mercury 525 engines with Mercury drives. Earlier on in the week, they took a 5th on Wednesday and a 12th on Saturday. Running strong here early on today at the 2004 Key West World Championships. There you see three-way battle, fountainracing.com, Adrenaline and Pier 57. All at close quarters heading into Key West Harbor. Off of turn 2, heading now turn 3 into Key West Harbor. Adrenaline and Pier 57 side by side. Adrenaline, a 38-foot Donzi out of California. Scott Conrad's the throttle man. Ken Bowens, the owner and driver. Sponsors include Donzi Racing and Dick Simon Marine, the number 8. Adrenaline Racing, always a strong front runner. Does very well, was the APBA national champion in 2004, but here you see Pier 57's got the flat water speed on him going by, heading into the harbor. Adrenaline Racing, your 2004 APBA national champions. Just on the outside of them, you can see Spider-Man going by, number 8, 39-foot skater, sponsored by Mercury Racing, skater, and Lake Cumberland Marine. Two boats based out of California heading in the corner together, the Donzi and the skater. Taking two different routes through the turn. The Adrenaline looks like they're going to end up with a better route through the turn. Spider-Man falling back a little bit. Scott Conrad and Ken Bowen doing a great job aboard the number 18 Donzi Adrenaline. Just a quick look back, you see the number 8, 39-foot skater moving up. Spider-Man, Todd Welling and Jimmy Spiros aboard. Lake Cumberland, one of the big sponsors aboard Spider-Man. Quickly going past Adrenaline now, heading out towards turn 1. Todd Welling on the throttle, Jim Spiros on the wheel. Beautiful 39-foot skater V-bottom. Mercury 525 power with the Bravo drives. Heading around turn 1 into the rougher water, Spider-Man just behind fountainracing.com. Cool rear shot coming into the harbor right off the back of Spider-Man Racing.
Your air. Your air, my air. We're going to go in right behind them.
In their wake?
No, we're going to go across their wakes and right for the buoy. No, John isn't going to let us do that, so we're going to have to do this.
Spider-Man crew on 1, over.
You're going to have to follow them right around the corner.
In their wake or not?
No, you got one right next to us. Okay, go ahead. Go around. Yeah, really bad. You got to get on the inside. That was horrible. Okay, work your way over to the inside.
To the inside?
Yeah. Oh, we can get a hold of adrenaline and go past, go straight. Yeah, go straight.
All right, I have Mississippi on front. Rodriguez through, Pier 57, and about 15 in front of you. By the way, you just had adrenaline. Marching down the field looking good, boys. Let's go.
Stay in his wake.
Copy, copy.
Interesting conversation on board there. A little strategy there off Spider-Man Racing here on the rough leg from 1 to 2. Key West, Florida, the 2004 SCI OSF APBA World Championship. Todd Welling and Jim Spiros aboard Spider-Man. They finished 12th on the first day of racing after breaking down early in the race, and 4th on the second day of racing. So they're about mid-pack right now, but running well here in today's Sunday's race. Moving forward to the front of the pack in Super V class is number 30, Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Brett Firschman and Gary Ballou aboard. Bad Apple Racing is your owner. Mikasuki Indian Gaming is the sponsor out of Miami, Florida. The Indian Casino in Chrome and 41, Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Leading the pack here in Key West, as they have done now all 3 days, led all 3 races at one time or another. But broke down in both the previous races, finishing 11th on Wednesday and 9th on Saturday. Currently leading the pack, first place in Super V class. Gary Ballou, the throttle man of this boat, already won the stock class world championship in his APBA boat. Jumped out of that and jumped into Brett Firschman, Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Now they're leading the pack in Super V class. Mikasuki currently first place. 38-foot fountain out front of the 16-boat Super V fleet. Union Gaming, Brett Hirschman at the wheel. Slides back a couple spots. This is the number 22 Instigator Fountain Mercury. They're side by side with the 38 Donzi of Lightning Strikes, owned by Alan Green. Today throttled by Bob Teague and driven by Michael Flanagan out of St. Petersburg. Bob Teague out of Valencia, California. But right now, Instigator's going past them. Number 22, the brand new 42 Fountain, Instigator Fountain Mercury. Instigator's had a pretty good week so far with a 4th and a 5th place finish on Wednesday and Saturday. Looking to do well here and maybe put them on the podium spot on the final day of racing here in Key West. Onboard footage going across the rough leg in Key West. Joe Skro and Peter Meyer aboard, both from Long Island, New York. You can see coming around turn 1 there, definitely gets big right as you go around the corner, heading right into the wave. On the inside of them, Bob Teague, Mike Flanagan, and the number 59 Lightning Strikes. Great throttling job by Bob Teague there in the 38 Donzi's first race in this boat was throttling a Super Cat Light, but doing a great job aboard this 38 Donzi powered by Mercury. Lightning Strike, sponsored by Lightning Bay Marina from St. Petersburg, Florida. Very exciting racing here with 16 boats in this class. Lightning Strikes has finished 6th the previous 2 days, but currently running very well. It'll be interesting to see how they fare overall in their results. With a very high finish, they could finish in the top spots in the Super D class of the 2004 World Championships here in Key West. After the first 2 days of racing, Adrenaline, a very similar 39-foot Donzi was in the lead, but they're back in the pack now. you see, back to Instigator Fountain Mercury, the new 42-foot fountain. Running strong here in stages of the 2004 World Championships. Joe Scrow at the wheel, Peter Meyer on the throttle, moving right along here in Key West. Coming down now on the number 11 Super V entry. This is Bill McComb on the throttle with Bill Glick at the wheel. Normally Lisa Matthews, who's the driver, she's a little under the weather, so Bill Glick stepped up and is driving today for Pier 57. 39-foot Mountain Skater V-bottom with Vortec engines and Mercury number 5 drive. Number 11 is sponsored by Accurate Marine, Matthews Curry Ford, and Glick's Automotive. Special thanks to Russ, Jason, and the rest of the crew that helped make this possible for the 57 race team based out of Sarasota, Florida. Heading into the bumpy stuff, Pier 57 with an 8th place finish on the first day of racing and a 14th place finish on the second day, looking to improve their position to try to get into one of the top spots in the Super V class. Great attitude on the boat as it moves across the bumpy water here off of Key West. Coming down now on the P2 entry of P2-111. This is the original Firewater. Taryn Oliver is the navigator. Bob Oliver is the owner. Wayne Portson, the driver and throttle man today. Beautiful 47-foot Apache with triple 1,200 horsepower Stadler racing engines in this older but classic 47 Apache running in the P2 class. Other competitors in P2 are TKO Obsession and the Sony boat all the way from Italy with Fabio Bucci throttling that. But right now we're covering P2-111, the Firewater racing team. Taryn Oliver and Wayne Portsman. Go on board Firewater for a little bit of the action. Amazing to hear those supercharged engines hum along in this giant 47-foot Apache. In the first 2 days of racing, Firewater finished third both days, looking to move up to the top spot, trying to get there here today on Sunday in Key West at the 2004 World Championship. Wayne Courtsing, Karen Oliver doing a great job aboard this 47-foot Apache Firewater. Three 1,200 horsepower Stotler racing engines moving that 47-foot boat right along. Right behind him there, you can see the winner from the first 2 days of racing. That's Fabio Buzzi in the Sony. This boat just came to the United States from Europe, where it just set the Around Italy record. And it came to the United States to race this World Championship as well as try to break the Tampa to Miami record. This is a long time ago, Le Gran Argentina, which won many races and championships here in Key West. Sony running very well, very quiet here with those big Asati Francisi diesel engines in it. We took a first both days so far. Currently running in second place, but doing quite well. Fabio Buzzi in the Sony. Along with Fabio Buzzi, the driver is Monica Rampezzati, and the navigator is Gianfranco Zanoni. All three people are of Italy. It's got two 1,200 horsepower Asati Francescini engines with Trimax surface drives. Cruising along in the big waters off of Key West in this huge 50-foot FB design. Moving right along. Fabio Buzzi and his team in the Sony, looking to win a world championship in the P2 class. Chop doesn't even affect this big 50-foot V-bomb. They're moving right along with their two big diesel engines and the surface drive. Doing a great job. Sony currently second place in the P2 class. Looks like they're just out for a Sunday ride in that big knee bottom, heading into Key West Harbor. Heading out of the Factory 2 class, this is the 35 Pantera Survivor. Joey Nunez, your throttleman. Mike Gerard, your driver. F271, coming off 2 strong second place finishes on Wednesday and Saturday. These guys are in a great position to do well overall for the World Championships. Joe Nunez and Mike Gerard aboard the F271 Pantera. Like Joey might be having a little problem with his helmet there as he's holding on to it, might be moving around on him. They finished second place in the first 2 races right behind JBS Racing, but are still running very strong here, currently in second place. Other boats in Factory 2 class are JBS Racing, Talking Tools, Simmons Racing, and Let's Play. All very competitive in this Factory 2 class. Out of Miami, Florida, powered by Quinn Mercury 525 EFI engines with Mercury drives. This is Pantera Racing F271. Heading around the first turn, going from 1 to 2 here on the outside leg to Key West. Pantera Racing trying to chase down JBS Racing. This 35-foot Pantera Survivor handling these waters great. Running right across the top of it in the Factory 2 class. Back to the P2 class. This one is TKO Obsession. Looks like they've been running a little under power all week. Normally this boat's very fast. Harry Turner, Steve Britton, and Walter Collins aboard. 42-foot outer limits with big MRD engines and the Mercury No. 6 drive. Owned and driven by Harry Turner. Throttleman is Walter Collins, and Steve Britton is your navigator. TKO Obsession. Currently running in 3rd place in P2 class, but did take a 2nd place in the first 2 days of racing here in Key West. Onboard camera shot off the rear of TKO Obsession. Hear the supercharged MRD engines humming right along there on that 42-foot outer limit.
Go! Go, green! I got it. Watch fire water.
Always interesting conversation aboard the TKO Obsessions. Let's listen in.
Watch it. Watch the rooster tail on this guy. You got the right. Watch it. Come over to the right. Take it out right, Harry. Right, Harry. Go over to the right. Right, Harry. Right, Harry. I'm trying to go right. That's it. Stay right there. That's it. Now look, he's probably going to go really wide on this corner. Yeah. If you want to slow down and miss his rooster tail, stay right where you are. No, let's go. Feels pretty good, Rob. Feels pretty good. When he goes wide on that corner, we'll come underneath. All right, okay? You got traffic light on the left. You see him? Yep. Just don't get in his spray. Trying not to. Oh, you all right? Oh. Okay, you see the buoys? Yeah. Okay. What are we going to do? Well, I think we should cut inside them. Okay. Are we okay to the left? You're okay on the left. You almost have to slow down a little if you want to do that. Walker, slow down just a little bit. Let's get left. Okay. Okay, go left, Harry. No problem? Nope. Just like you're going.
Interesting conversation, to say the least, aboard the TKO Obsession. These guys doing a great job, running in second place now in the T2 class as Firewater has dropped out a lap early. Going to go with Wild Ride. Now this is 29-foot Extreme with a Vortec engine and a IMCO drive. The Kostelac brothers, Larry and John out of Pennsylvania, running this boat, currently leading in the Super V Light class after the wild card broke down earlier in the race. Wild Ride leading Super V Light class with 2 second-place finishes. Very well could end up your world champion in Super V Light class. These guys have played runner-up a lot of the year, but are running very well right now, gunning for that 2004 SPI, APBA, and OSS World Championship. Doing a great job, looking great so far here on the final day of racing in Key West. Larry and John Kostelac out of Pennsylvania. Other competitors in the Super V Limited class are Hocus Pocus, Wild Card, Team IMCO, Typhoon, and Extreme Vortec. Moving on to another 29-foot extreme in the Super V limited class. This is Typhoon with Randy Schlutz and Glenn Murray aboard, both out of the New Jersey area. Typhoon running very well here. Number 29 is Tony Pacheco from Bad Boy Powerboats. Just did a lot of modifications to this boat. It looks like it's really working for him. Typhoon Racing, number 29, running very well here today. They had a 4th place and a 6th place finish earlier in the week. Had a little bad luck, but running strong now, trying to make up for it. Bumpy on the outside leg here, but these guys are running strong. Here you see the leader, Rodriguez Group, lapping Mid-American Offshore, kind of pushing them to the outside there a little bit, but getting around them nonetheless. Rodriguez Group lapping the slower left traffic boat, Mid-America Offshore, as Typhoon goes by them as well on the outside leg. Just see somebody sticking their nose there. There you see Spider-Man broken down on the course now. Todd Welling, Jimmy Spiro, it's not going to be a good day for them, breaking something. On the far outside, your little green boat, that's Wild Ride coming up to pass Typhoon. Typhoon is currently in the lead, but Wild Ride looks like they're making a bid for the front of the pack right now. Great battle between two 29-foot extremes, one with the Mercury 525, one with the Vortex. Kostelak brothers against Glenn Murray and Randy Schlutz aboard the Typhoon. Great race heading into the harbor right here. Wild Ride looks like they have a lot of momentum going by Randy Schlutz and Glenn Murray in the Typhoon. You can see the ballast tank dumping on Typhoon as they're coming into the harbor, trying to lighten the boat up. Took a little nasty run there. Wild Ride looks like they're going to pull away from a little bit, move into the lead with their 2 second-place finishes earlier on in the week. This is going to put them in good position to win the World Championships as Typhoon drops back just a little bit after leading early in the race. Wild Ride really pulling away now, coming into the harbor. Back now on Mid-America Offshore, it's a 39-foot Phantom. Ken Doyle and his wife Shannon at the controls here. Another battle in Super V Light there. You see Extreme Vortex pulling up on the side of Typhoon now. Onto the 39-foot Phantom, twin Mercury 525 engines with the Bravo IMCO drives. Mid-America Offshore from Louisville, Kentucky, the number 10 Super V entry. Heading back to the Factory 2 class. This looks like it's going to be the Talking Tools entry. Fast Eddie's AC Delco. Brian and Wilma Ross aboard. Currently running in 3rd place with the Pantera and JBS Racing just ahead of them, but running very strong. Brian and Wilma Ross in the Talking Tools 38-foot Donzi with Mercury 500 engines with Bravo drives. Brian and Wilma Ross looking great here with a 4th place on Wednesday and a 3rd place on Saturday. Looking good for a podium spot here in the competitive Factory 2 class. Other Factory 2 boats include Harwich Concrete Block, Let's Play, Simmons Racing, Pantera, and JBS. Heading around turn 1 in Key West. Looking for the rough water section here. Talking Tools. Going by Simmons Racing. Another factory 2 boat, 34-foot Phantom out of the Ohio State area. Vast Eddies and AC Delco sponsors aboard Talking Tools. Currently running 3rd place in Factory 2 class here in Key West at the 2004 World Championships. Overall, a great race here Sunday afternoon for the Key West World Championships. The Concord Public Powerboat Racing Association has done a great job to bring all 3 organizations together. Superboat International, the Offshore Super Series, and APBA Offshore. All the groups and teams have done a fantastic job all week on putting on a great show for all the spectators and fans. Nothing like coming to Key West for some great racing action and parties all week. Freeze Frame Video is very proud to be part of it. Look forward to coming back every year and look forward to seeing everybody every year. There you can see the big offshoreonly.com rig. Race Central here along with the STI Semi. Winners today, in fact, Superboat V, Rodriguez Group. 2nd place was Lightning Strikes, and 3rd place was Pier 57. Overall, they finished in the same order. Rodriguez Group, amazingly enough, comes away with the World Championship. Lightning Strikes really put it together with 2 6 and a second to come in 2nd. In Superboat V Limited, Wild Ride took the win today. Team Typhoon was 2nd, and Team IMCO was 3rd. Wild Ride ends up with the World Championships. Vortex Extreme comes in 2nd as Typhoon finishes 3rd in the World Championships. Sunday's winners in Factory 2, JBS Racing, Pantera, and Talking Tools finished 1, 2, 3. As well, they finished the overall that way too. JBS Racing all the way from Wisconsin with the World Championship. Pantera did a great job in there, 35 Survivor to finish 2nd. As in Manufacturers Production 2, Sony all the way from Italy with the 1st place today. TKO Obsession in 2nd and Firewater in 3rd. The World Championship results are the same way. Sony, Obsession, and Firewater 1, 2, and 3 in the World Championships P2 class. And there you have it. A lot of great action here Sunday from the Super V class. Great racing all week long. We'd like to thank everybody for joining us at the Key West Offshore World Championships. We'd like to thank our helicopter pilot, Russell Kilpatrick, who always does a fantastic job for us. And we'd like to thank the Concord Public Offshore Powerboat Racing Association for bringing this all together, putting on a great show. We look forward to seeing everybody in the new season, 2005. Look forward to St. Cloud and all the races beyond that. We wish everyone a happy holiday season, and we'll see you all next year.